time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. Man with a vision. Got a passion. Making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. This is my world now. Hey! Here we go! We coming ready or not, you better steady yourself, because we're raising some hell. There's nothing keeping this roof from blowing off. We're taking over the town, hit the switch and shut it down. Like in New York, we're electric, never stop. We coming ready or not, we coming ready or not. We're giving all that we got, we're giving all that we got. We're coming ready or not. We're throwing gas on the fire, the stratosphere getting high.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Our family started RVing a few years ago, and when I think about all those campfires and fishing trips and sporting events, these are memories that are going to last a lifetime. I want to help others do the same thing. Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, General Manager at the all-new Click It RV in Milton Freewater. People in this community are very familiar with this location and the great service they've always received. So the biggest question we get is, where is Keith? The great news is, Keith is still here.
I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of things come and go. Through all the changes that we have seen, one thing that has not changed for us is the quality of our service.
Buying an RV is a big purchase, but it should be a fun and happy experience. So whether it be in sales or service or parts, our mission is simple: be the best. From our team here at Click It RV in Milton Freewater, we invite you to come down and experience the difference.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to tonight to LSRTV. Leslie Allen will be joining us here shortly, but running a little behind doing some CRN work. But of course, this is night number one of the Sunshine State 50 with the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League, and a lot of good racing. Last count, over around 30 driver mark, and seeing already some familiar names. We got HRE in here with us, and we'll keep a tab on who all those drivers are. Again, Wesley will be joining us here momentarily, but again, counting 20-ish in the server, actually a little over that, as we again counting around 30. There are 28 here with us so far for an exciting night of racing. Before we dive too far into things, we do want to thank everybody that's put money on the line and put up or shut up per se, and those of course are the sponsors for tonight's race. Big one, Hunt the Front, Golden Girls, Black Magic Custom Designs, Team 126 Racing, and of course here at LSRTV, the presenting sponsor for this race. And again, here shortly, I'll be talking to Wesley Allen. He'll be joining us in the booth, and you get to listen to him and not me, so that's better for y'all. So I will be keeping tabs on the chat here tonight. So again, we want to welcome everybody tonight. One of 30 cars entered so far. Going to be some really, really good racing here with the UNP Modifieds on iRacing. So we'll just have to wait and see who's going to come out victorious here. But I guess night one is presented by LSRTV and, of course, Golden Girls. Make sure you check them out. You can get all the details on the page here for Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. They have links in there and all that good details. So give you a quick rundown of the format, how it's going to run. We do have hot laps ongoing here at the moment, followed by qualifying. And we'll have up to 3 heat races set to go, then followed by a C main if needed, a B main if needed, a little bit of a warm-up, and then we'll move right into the feature. Warm-up will say about 15 minutes. We're not going to run that. That is just in case they want to reset the track, but they probably will not do that. We'll run this thing through as is. I don't see this track getting too terribly worn out, but then again, we could be totally wrong, so we'll keep an eye on that as we go throughout the night here, and should be a quick one. Caution laps will not be counting, as this is dirt racing, of course. For anyone that's new to the channel or just new to dirt racing here on the channels, we don't always cover it, but we do have quite a bit coming this year with the Northwest Dirt Series, super late models there, but the UMP Modifieds here tonight. And again, Wesley on CRN, he'll be here momentarily. We're going to take a look at your weather conditions. There you go, the Kaufman created weather conditions, 70 degrees in the air, temperature partly cloudy with a 2-mile-per-hour wind, and that track temp 79 degrees, so a very perfect day here, I guess you could say, in Florida at Volusia Speedway Park in the Sunshine State of Florida. So gonna be, again, good racing. Once that racing action gets started, they're just going a little hot laps here for the next 5.5 or so minutes. But again, as always, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here for this, and we can't thank the sponsors enough. Hunt the Front, Golden Girls, Black Magic Custom Designs, and Team 126 Racing for stepping up and making this thing possible. Again, a lot of money on the line here, upwards of if I did a rough napkin math here, upwards in the 3 nights, you're looking at, a couple $400 somewhere around there between all of the racing. So definitely a lot of good sponsors, good money on the line, and we'll see. We got the number 21 out on track. That is Austin Holder. That is currently on a track. I see Clay Devin is here with us, so we know that name, very familiar with him. Let's see if we got any others that we recognize. We obviously have Jesse here from Hunt the Front, driving the number 25 tonight, so we'll be looking to see how he does in tonight's event. And I don't see Joseph yet, so we'll see if he does show up again. Those Hunt Front drivers obviously going to try to put on a show and put on a clinic if they can here on the race 1 of the Golden Girls, night number 1, the Sunshine State 50. Let us know in chat where you are tuning in from here tonight. Let us know. We like to know where all the fans are tuning in from all over the United States and all over the world for that matter. So let us know in chat. Type it in. We'll give you a shout out if we can. Yeah, it looks like Dylan Fox making it in here as well. Currently 31 drivers have actually made it in, so we actually got one more than we actually anticipated. So hey, we'll take the more the merrier. We're going to go through those heat races again here in about 3.5 minutes. After heat races, we will have a potential for a C main, a B main, and then your 50-lap feature race. So definitely looking forward to all of that going down here in just a little bit. And a shameless plug here, if you, of course, are looking to get into producing or announcing here on iRacing, we're definitely looking for producers right now to just expand, keep growing as we always do here on the channel. So hit us up on Facebook, or you can message us at livesimracingtv.com and get your iRacing career started in producing or announcing. There are a lot of places to go. We definitely like it if you come here. A little bit of experience is needed. We'll teach you what we need to teach you as well. Again, practice underway, hot laps, whatever you want to call it. In the dirt world, hot laps, time trials, practice, it's all the same. As they're going to go ahead and get some of these cars, looks like, wrapped up. So we'll get ready to do some heat racing here in a moment. So we'll step aside just for a moment. We'll be right back here in just a few moments, and we'll go through those sponsors again for you. All right, back after a slight little drink break. Had to refresh the palate again. Wesley Outland doing some CRN work. He'll be here momentarily to jump into the booth, and he will be your voice here for tonight's race. Again, we want to thank all the sponsors here for this event. This is part of the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. This is the Sunshine State 50 lap feature coming up here and a little bit later tonight. But big shout out to Hunt the Front, of course, Golden Girls, Black Magic Custom Designs, and Team 126 for making all of this possible. And of course, here on the LSRTV side of things, we want to give a big shout out to all of our partners that have come on board here for raceontexas.com. Make sure you check them out where the action never stops. And you can definitely sign up there. $40 a month for $39.99. 50% of that fee each month goes directly to the track of your choosing. So you can help support local racing as well. And of course, don't forget Click It RV. If you're in the Milton Freewater area looking for a new or used RV, they do have financial assistance available. You can get that financing you need. Get yourself an RV and get out, get off the couch, go camping outdoors for a while, and just unwind from the stresses of everyday life. That's what we're doing here tonight, of course, with this race. A little bit of fun race, but a little bit of money on the line as well, and some bragging rights, as you're looking right now at the 33 machine, and looks like the 1 machine as well. There's 2 sets of numbers on that card, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. The 12 possibly actually listed as the 33 on the card, but 12 in our scoring of Robbie. Looks like Everhart, so we'll see once it gets into qualifying. Qualifying underway right about now, as we're going to be moving over to it. We'll jump right into qualifying to see how these guys are going to do. And everyone jumping right on it. We'll go right over to Dylan Fox, is a name we definitely are very familiar with. And we'll see what kind of times they are going to put down. No surprise, he's got the 999, a little bit of pink on that machine, D1RT machine. And he's going to come around and start lap number 1. And they have 3 minutes to get this thing going. It's not a lot of time, but it doesn't take a lot of time to get around these tracks either. Dylan Fox on the clock. We'll see what he puts down for time number 1. And it's going to be 16:9:35 currently at the top of the boards, but we'll see if that does stand. And no, it's not. Mason Inman is going to pass him early, as he's going to keep going around. We'll jump over to some other drivers, and that's going to be Tyson Banks, and we'll see what kind of time he puts in. Can he get into the top 5, top 3, or pole? We'll know here momentarily. He's across the line, 17:6:38, and that will put him in 13th position. We'll go over to Chase. We'll see what the number 28 can do here, as again qualifying underway for the next minute and a half, as we're waiting Wesley to show up here momentarily and take my duties over, and I'm going to go back to full-time producing. Gets a little loose there, and he's going to shut that one down. He is not going to count that one. We'll go over to Kendall Tucker in the 00 machine, and we'll see what Tucker can put down, as he's not on the clock yet. So with next lap, we'll put him onto the clock, and we'll see right there. Now will officially start his time. And we'll see. It's going to be a 16:8:92. That will put him to 6th fastest here on the night. We'll go over. Let's look at a few more. We got the number 11 of Bryson. Andy, that'll put him down towards the back, so he'll have his work cut out for him here tonight. But looks like we are advancing straight into heat race number 1. We'll tell you if we're going to run all 3 heat races or not, and it looks like we are indeed going to run all 3 heat races. So 3 heat races for your racing action here tonight. Again, Wesley will be here momentarily to join us. But right now, you get to listen to me, unfortunately, so I apologize for that. But we'll go ahead and run through heat race number 1 is going to be the 84 of Clay Devon and the 28 of Chase. On row 2 is going to be the 23 of Evan C. and the 58 of Tyler Reed. Row 3 going to be Colton Herbert and the 38 of Jordan Miller. In the row 4 going to be Bryson McKilv, I believe. We'll get that one, pronunciation on that one before tomorrow night. And Robbie Everhart in the 12. In row 5 going to be the 31 of Trey Mills and the 21 of Austin Holder. 31 and the 21 on row 5. Row 6, all by his lonesome. That is going to be Tyson Banks in the number 4 machine. Well, that'll be your starting grid here for heat race number 1. We're going to take 8 laps, the distance for heat racing action here tonight. Again, this should be some really, really good heat race action. We expect to see some side-by-side battling. Again, heat race number 1 getting underway here tonight. A stacked field, to say the least. Again, we're still fighting those little gremlins with the internet. We'll get that sorted out here momentarily. As soon as Wesley does arrive, we'll step aside, get the little gremlins fixed out, as new internet can pose some problems sometimes. So we'll address that. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight, as heat race number 1 is set to get underway. Green flag drops here in heat race number 1. Again, 3 heat races for you here tonight. We apologize for the little bit of internet issues. We are trying to sort through that, but heat race number 1 is on the line. It's going to be Clay Devon and Chase out front right now, and good battling. We're about 3 wide. Throw a blanket over the top 3-4 drivers right now, as they are just side by side. We'll see if any have any slide drops here tonight, and caution's going to come out quickly. And that is going to be Austin Holder in the number 21 machine, bringing out caution number 1. Oh, unfortunate, but caution laps do not count. That is good news for these guys, so they will get to run all their laps out. No cautions, or caution laps will be counted, so you get all green flag racing here this afternoon. All right, we are set to take the green flag one more time. Again, I am your host for the moment. So Charles Wesley Allen will be here momentarily. We'll let him handle things from that point on, and hopefully we get these little gremlins sorted out in the internet, which is sometimes electronics just do not want to work with you tonight. Hopefully it will not be one of those nights, and we can get through the night without any more issues. With the green flag set to come out and the green flag back out one more time, and we are racing. It's still going to be Chase out front in the 28 machine, followed by Evan C in the 23 or 33. Sorry, no, 23 is what scoring shows. As looks like a 33 on the car. It's going to be Colton Herbert behind him in the 6th, and we got one going around, and that looks to be Clay Devon. Unfortunately, in that D1RT machine, he is going to loop it and bring out caution number 2. As again, caution is out, and heat race number 1. That is, of course, Your second caution here at Volusia Speedway Park for your VA 811 Dig with Care caution. No caution laps, no lead changes. Actually, we are showing one caution lap, so it looks like potentially caution laps are going to be counting here in heat races, but not in that 50 lap feature is what we're going to expect here then. So again, 2 cautions, 1 caution lap, 5 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Again, we want to make a quick shout out to the sponsor of this race here tonight for the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League and the Sunshine State 50. That is Golden Girls. Make sure you check them out. You can check out the Facebook page, Golden Girls, and as well as Hunt the Front, Black Magic Custom Designs, and Team 126 Racing, as we're about to go back to racing here in just a few moments. And it looks like for the moment, speaking of working, well, it looks like we have the internet working there. You know, you get a new provider in town, they got to work through some issues. Hopefully those are all sorted out here for us. We're about to take the green flag one more time here in heat race number 1, and those caution laps are not counting. We see that now. You see 5 to go still, so not sure why the timing and scoring showing that we had 1 caution lap. We however do not, because caution laps do not count, as we're set to take the green flag one more time. It's going to be Evan C. and Chase out in front, and we'll see who actually comes away with the win here tonight. Again, I apologize. Wesley should hopefully be here momentarily, and he will take over the announcing duties for me, playing double duty. Not particularly the easiest thing to do, but hey, we'll make it work as we are back underway racing once again, and it is chasing the 28 out front, and caution is out one more time, and this time it's going to be, it looks like, for the 6 of Colton Herbert that brings that caution out for the 3rd time here in heat race number 1. Again, full replays will be done come feature time. Obviously, right now, replays not being done because we're running solo, but once Wesley gets here, we will go into full replays for the feature race for all 50 laps, and we'll let you know exactly what happened to each individual driver. But we want to give again shout out to all the fans out there watching. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and put in there where you're tuning in from. Give us a thing, we'll give you a shout out when we check it out. But we definitely appreciate all the fans that are tuning in here as we're set to go racing here momentarily. Lights are still on the pace car. That racing will resume here in just a few moments. All right, green flag back in the air, and we are racing one more time. Again, it's right now, it is Chase out front at number 28, Machine Evan C behind it, followed by Tyler Reed, Trey Mills, and Bryson in the 11. Those are your top 5 as we go through heat race number 1. 3 laps to go, make it 2. He tries to get him, but couldn't do it, and he does keep him clean, doesn't hit him. Good job for Evan C, but unfortunately just comes up one spot short here in heat race number 1. All right, heat race number 2 about to get underway, and your starting grid will look like this. It is going to be the 7 of Mason Inman on the inside of row 1. On the outside is going to be Logan Rumsey in the 20. Row 2 going to be the 919 of Dylan Fox, and the 5 of Cameron Comer. And row 3 going to be Jesse, as we know him from obviously Hunt the Front. And it looks like Brennan Weeks in the 14 machine. Again, we'll get all these names right. I'm typically not in the booth. We have Brandon Barnhart in the 34, and Daryl. That's supposed to be backwards. That is Darren Literal in the 68 machine. And we have Brandon Latshaw in the 33 and Logan in the 64 machine. And that'll do it for, of course, heat race number 2. Again, we will have 3 full heat races of action tonight. And number 2 is about to get underway as we take a look at the field. Again, all of the racing tonight is brought to you by all the partners, but of course Golden Girls being the main one, as that will be the name on the check along with the winner's name. And yes, they do get a check, and those checks are made by Black Magic Custom Designs. So make sure you give them a big shout out for these awesome checks that they made that these actual drivers will get, along with the other partners and sponsors that have come on board. That is Hunt the Front and Team 126 Racing, of course ourselves here as the presenting sponsor. So definitely make sure you check all of these guys out as the green flag drops and we are racing once again. And not sure why, there we go, our camera didn't want to work for us, but now it is. So glad to see it back working, as it's going to be Mason Inman out front, followed by Rumsey behind him, and Fox right there in that 919 machine. But the car being 999, I do believe it scored as 919. We'll take a closer look at that, and yes, that is his typical 999, just sporting a different number in there, as this is a kind of a one-off race, but a caution is out. And it looks like it's going to be for the 2 machine, who goes around sporting HRE. So we'll definitely check in and see where all the cautions do lie. The caution laps not counting as heat race number 2 is underway. To fruition, it's a green flag back out, and we are racing one more time, as here comes Fox, Dylan Fox in that 999 machine. He's going to dip to the inside, try to make a slide job, doesn't quite have it, but he will keep digging in the 999 machine. Everybody running middle to high groove right now. We do have a few takers further back. Looks like Brendan Weeks and Brandon Lackshaw going to be towards the bottom of the track. We'll see if it works for the number 12 machine, as he may make the pass on the 68 machine. We'll just have to wait and see, but not working out. Looks like the middle groove is the dominant groove right now. Nobody ripping the lip or really catfishing it around this track. Everyone's staying just dead center. We'll see right now. Your front 2 still Inman and Rumsey. Inman did get by Rumsey to take the lead, but he hasn't been able to really pull away from him either. So that is something we are keeping an eye on here tonight. And we'll just have to see how this track progresses. I know you'll see a lot of black on the track. That is unfortunately not rubber. It is, however, slick. So this track will progress. You can see right there is getting a little bit darker where these guys are running. Will progressively go up this track as they push that cushion up as well. We right now have 2 to go. Coming to take the white flag here in heat race number 2. It is Mason Inman out front. Logan Rumsey running the black stripes here tonight in the number 96, meaning he is a pro driver. And we'll see. White flag is in the air for Inman, and Rumsey trying to get it, but he may not have enough. He's going to push it to the inside. No, it's not going to work. It's going to be Mason Inman followed by Rumsey, Jesse, Fox, Literal, Weeks, and then those are going to be your top 5s. They're shuffling around just a little bit, but heat race number 2 is in the books. Heat race number 3 coming out on to the track here in just a second, and your lineup will look like this. It's going to be the 46 of Matthew Selby in the front row. Inside on the outside, going to be Kendall Tucker in the 00. On the number 500 machine, that is Tyler Berry. And to his outside, it's going to be Ethan Toder. In row 3, going to be Bobby Mattingly, we'll get that one right, I promise. Followed by the 27 of Scooter Black. In row 4, going to be John Rosario Jr. and Dow Bowen in the number 2 machine. Row number 5, going to be Buddy Ware and Aaron Sanders in the 9. And that's going to do it for your starting grid here for the 3rd and final heat race of the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just got the word. Wesley is packing up the stuff now. He will be here momentarily. Is the game he was done calling is over, so he again will be here momentarily. Hopefully in time for that feature race. Is again we'll have a C&B main as they're taking 20 drivers, and we started 31. So unfortunately, some people's night going to come to an end a little bit early as the green flag is out, and we are racing here in heat race number 3. Is going to be Selby out front, followed by Tucker, Berry, Toder, and Mattingly in there. And we got 1 going to the back in a hurry. Caution is out. That's 2. It's going to be the 44 and 3. John Rosario Jr. and Bobby Mattingly going around here very quickly in heat race number 3. Drawing out the caution before we really even got going. And looks like got Kendall Tucker there trying to come to a stop without running over first place as he was flying up to the line. So he gets on the binders very quickly. So good news, he didn't get into first, and he didn't destroy his car or a second or first place car. So good job to him. And again, we want to shout him out as much as we can. All the sponsors that make this possible, of course, ourselves here as the presenting sponsor, along with the Golden Girls, who will be on the check for tonight's race, and Hunt the Front, Black Magic Custom Designs for making the checks that will be given out, and of course Team 126 Racing. We're all familiar with them as well, so a big shout out to these guys and girls for coming on board here for this 3-day event. Should be a good one for sure, but we'll just gotta wait and see. We don't know who's going to win this one. It's all undetermined. As this is, folks, dirt track racing. Anything can happen and will happen on the dirt track. And the track getting a little bit of wear on it. We got a little bit of cushion building up there, but still a lot of racing surface left on this one. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see how it all does play out. Will the top groove be the line to run? Will it be down at the bottom by the time it's all said and done? Well, we'll all know that here in just a little bit. But right now it is Kendall Tucker and Matthew Selby that are your front 2 as we're getting ready to take the green flag one more time here with 8 laps to go in heat race number 3. Green flag out, and we are racing. Pace truck dives off, barely avoiding getting run over by the drivers as they take it, and run with a caution is already out. And I'm not sure, possibly a bad start. We don't know. We do have one slowed, but he's been in the pits for a while, so it looks like potentially just a no start here for the league, as we're going to have 7 laps still to go as the caution flag waves again here for the second time in heat race number 3. And for those wondering what in the world's going on, well, they're waiting on the pace truck to come by. It is behind them, so they're going to have to wait for it to come by and sort it all back out. And I would imagine it would be here momentarily coming by them. Take a wide angle. There it comes. Pace truck finally making its way to where it belongs at the front of the race here while we're under caution, and then everybody will get lined back up. As heat race number 3 will resume momentarily. Again, right now it is Matthew Selby out front, along with Kendall Tucker in the 00. We'll see. Tucker, no stranger to being in victory lane, being at the front. Neither is Selby, though. So both drivers kind of battle for one spot, and that is the win the heat race. It's not the big dance, but it is a good way to get you started and put you towards the front. This race should put you be inside row 2 if you win. Green flag back out, and we are racing once again. And we'll see, as it's going to be a 3-way battle right now going on between Selby, Tucker, and Toter. Toter is on the move in that 500 machine. He's going to dip to the bottom. We have some drivers finally maybe catfishing it on that bottom groove. Still nobody up to the top side. They'll work their way up there throughout the night, I'm sure, but just not happening yet. We'll catch and wait and see. Nobody able to get by Selby right now. Tucker trying to get by him, but they're running basically the same groove. You're going to have to go around them if you want to pass them, and the track just maybe not there at the moment. Again, by the time we get to that 50-lap feature in a little bit, it might be there. We'll see. Or will it be a one-groove, one-trick pony track here tonight? I don't know. That'll be determined, but it looks like at the moment Selby is pulling a little bit away, about a car length to a car length and a half, depending on what part of the track they're on here. So they're going to come take 2 to go this time by. Before we move on to the C main again, we'll see if we need the C main. We know we're going to have a B main for sure, as there were 31 drivers that started, and only 20 of those going to make it to the big dance for that 50-lap feature with a chance to win the money. As now we're going to come up on 1 lap to go right there. White flag is in the air here for heat race number 3, and this is, of course, your final heat race of the night. And we'll see. It's not really much of a contest. It's going to be Selby out front, followed by Tucker, Toter, Barry, Bowen, and Matt Lingley. You're going to be your top 6, followed by Ware, Black, Sanders, and Rosario, who is in the pits out of this race. And that'll do it here for heat race number 3. And indeed, we are going to have a C main, and we didn't get confirmation. We will try to work on getting confirmation when we can, if these are going to be stacked B mains, or if they're going to be a C main and a B main. From the looks of it, based on the car count, it looks potentially like that's going to be 2 stacked B mains, just because there's not a whole lot of cars in each one. But we will try to get a confirmation on that when we can. But either way, here in the C main / B main, it is going to be row 1 is going to be Robbie Everhart in the 12. His outside is going to be Buddy Ware in the 17. Row number 2 going to be Brandon Latshaw in the 6 of Colton Herbert In row 3, going to be Aaron Sanders and the 5 of Cameron Cormer. And that is going to do it. 3 rows, 6 drivers here for heat race for your C main, B main to follow. Again, based on the drivers of just 6 in here, I would say it's more of a stacked B main than it is a C main and a B main. That is, again, I guess we did not confirm this, but we'll find out going forward, as we do have 2 more nights of racing here for the Sunshine State 50. And a green flag is out, and we have 10 laps to go here as Everhart out front. Again, we'll see. Well, based on how many we see in the B main, that'll be a real determining factor if it's stacked B mains or if it's a C main and a B main. That is what it's showing. And the caution is out. Nobody off pace, so potentially just a no start. And we got 1 going to the pits. That is going to be Buddy Ware that is going in there. So we'll see what potentially happened to him. But yellow flag out here already in the C main. And again, Wesley Allen will be here momentarily to call this feature race. Just had some prior obligations here tonight that he could not get here right at the start, but he will be here momentarily. And I'm sure the fans out there watching, you're going to be much more appreciative of him than me, because I'm rusty. I've not been in the booth for quite some time. But the fans are still cheering out there, at least in these stands. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying the race out there in YouTube land, watching the race as well. But it's been a good one so far. That feature race, 50 laps, should be a barn burner. There are some heavy hitters in this race. So time will tell. Of course, who's going to walk out victorious? Who's going to get that Golden Girls check? Again, big shout out to Golden Girls for coming on board here, along with Hunt the Front, Black Magic Custom Designs, and Team 126 Racing, putting up all the money here for these events, and obviously some checks from the Black Magic Custom Designs. Those checks look absolutely amazing. Look like the license plate you would run if you were a Floridian. However, I'm a Texan, so I would not run that license plate. But if you're in Florida, there are some pretty cool license plates. So it'd be cool for the 3 drivers that happen to walk away with one of those checks and the money and the bragging rights that come with winning this event, as we're about ready to take the green here for the first time as a restart on the start for your C main action here tonight. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing again. C main action underway, followed by your B main, and then your little bit of a warm up, and we'll advance past that and go right into 50 laps of racing action, as it's going to be Robbie Everhart out front, followed by Latshaw and Sanders. Ware just behind him, and Ware going to fall down to 5th position, but the battle's on for the lead right now. We'll see if he can get by. No, Latshaw not quite being able to make the pass, but he's right there. We haven't seen a whole lot of passing here so far, and mainly just because it looks like the track, as you can see, slicking off in one area, and that's where everybody's been running. We mentioned it earlier. You've got to get around someone to pass them. You've got to get into a different line than they're running. That just has not been the case here tonight. They haven't really been going down, as you see. One of them is, that's the 17 of Buddy Ware. He's actually going a lot lower than anybody else down towards that inside wall, and he's making passes. He's made 2 already from 5th to 3rd. Question is, can he get up to the front? And now you see some other people. Colton Herbert said, nah, I think I'll go down there too, and he's going to make a pass. We'll see if he can hang on to it, but we got a battle for the lead brewing. Everhart and Latshaw trying to hang on to this one. Everhart still has it at the moment. Well, that time could potentially change, as they're going to be almost side by side coming to the line. And we'll see. Right now it is still Everhart that is leading this race, but again, Latshaw right there with him. He's kind of falling back a little bit, about 2 car lengths or so. So we'll see. Not going to happen with 3 laps to go left in this race. Again, this is your C main action, so unfortunately some of these drivers will not be going on to that feature race, and everybody wants to get that check, the money, and the bragging rights here on iRacing. It's no feat to win one of these races, much less one with this stacked of field. So they're trying everything they can, but again, Robbie looks to be holding on this one of Everhart, and we potentially might have a battle for second, because here comes Colton Herbert in the number 6 machine. We'll see if he can hang on to it. White flag is in the air. There is going to be your race winner. That is going to be Robbie Everhart. We know he's going to get it. The question is who's going to get around third. They're going to bang doors on the way, but it looks like it's going to be Colton Herbert in the 6th that claims third in that B main, or C main, sorry, excuse me. So we'll keep moving on here for your B main racing action as they are getting set to take to the track. And your B main will look like this. The number 64 of Logan Coteles in the number 64, followed by the 4 of Tyson Banks. Row number 2 is going to be Scooter Black, sorry. And the 34 of Brandon Barnhart. In row number 3, going to be Austin Holder in the 21. And the 44 of John Rosario Jr. And rounding out the field is going to be Jordan Miller in the number 38 machine. And it looks like, unfortunately, Jordan Miller in the 38 machine unable to make the call. So he will be a scratch here for the B main. That means we have 6 drivers and 10 laps to determine who is going to be going on to your 50-lap feature race. Green flag is out, and we are racing once again. Again, B main action underway. 10 laps the distance, as it's going to be Coteles out front. That's Logan Coteles in the number 64, followed by Scooter Black in the number 27. Holder right behind him in the 21. But, Coteles really checking out a little bit from this field, but we'll see is Scooter Black, is he going to be able to run him down here in this race? That battle, not much going on. You go back to around 3rd and 4th, you got Austin Holder and John Rosario Jr., who's obviously no stranger to being on a broadcast. We know that name very well, as he is going to dive it to the bottom in that number 21 machine. He'll take over the 3rd position. And, well, he's not going to hang on to it anymore. Sorry, the 44 of Rosario Jr. Had 3rd, slipped back a little bit, but that battle's not over by any means. You got a 3-car battle for 2nd between the 5 or the 27 on scoring, and the 21 and the 44. Here comes the 44 of Rosario Jr. going to dip it to the inside. Oh, and he gets clipped. He clips the 21. Caution. No caution. I figured we'd have a caution. Somebody would spin it out, but it does not happen. As we stay racing here, caution-free so far for the first race here in B main racing action. We'll see 5 laps to go. Logan Coteles out front, followed by Black, Rosario, Holder, Barnhart, and Banks are your top 6, and that's the only 6 here for your B main action, and a solid stout out front right now by Coteles in that number 64 machine. Kind of checked out a little bit about 2 car lengths over John Rosario Jr., who just took over the 2nd position. All right, again, hopefully everything's holding up. We are showing some of those little gremlins coming back as we are now 2 laps to go. And here comes John Rosario Jr. trying to go to the inside. And he's going to do it. He's going to take the lead here with 1 lap to go as they come to the line. And we'll see how it all sorts out. And white flag is in the air. Rosario Jr. to the outside now. He's going to try to battle with Coteles. We'll see who's going to take the win here in B main action. And it looks like it will be John Rosario Jr., followed by Cotellis, Holder, Black, Barnhart, and Banks. Those are going to be your finishing order here in B-Main action. We're going to have a 2-minute warm-up, and when we do that, we'll come back with your 50-lap A-Main feature event. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with your 50-lap A-Main feature event here tonight, and your starting grid will look like this. On the inside pole, going to be the 28 of Chase Barbara and the 7 of Mason Inman. Row 2 going to be Matthew Selby and the 23 of Evan C. Row 3 going to be Logan Rumsey and the 00 of Kendall. And row 9 going to be Brendan Weeks and the 3 of Bobby Matt Ingley. And row 20, and I said 20, we're going to be 24 cars starting. Row 10 going to be Bobby Everhart and John Rosario Jr. making it in. Looks like Brandon Latshaw and Logan Cotellis going to make it in row 11 as well. And, of course, Colton Herbert and Austin Holder making it in row 12 to make up your 24 cars as a green flag drops, and we are racing here for the first time here in your A-Main event, as it is a lap 1 of 50. Again, 50 laps here for the A-Main. Let us know where you're tuning in from here tonight. Should be a good one. Unfortunately, we'll try to do replays best we can. Running a solo here tonight, and Evan C. putting on a good little battle as they're going to see 3 to the top side. We told you eventually these guys would move up to the top, and that's what they're doing here. Although we do have some down in the bottom. That is Tyler Reed in the 58. He's trying to catfish it around the bottom as the green flag again still out 3 laps in. We'll hope to keep that green flag out here in the Golden Girls A-Main feature. And somebody walking away with a chunk of change and some bragging rights and a big old check when this one's all said and done. But it is Chase Barbara out front right now, in Mason Inman right behind him. Let's see how it all does stack up once it's all said and done here tonight. But again, everybody trying to go is pretty much all out in this race. Again, the bragging rights money checks on the line, and you got to make those sponsors happy on the car, as it is going to be MNC running in third place right now, followed by Selby, Rumsey, Jesse is the Hunt the Front machine. Let's go back and check on him, see how he's doing. And you can see right there, I'm sure we'll see some Hunt the Front markings on it somewhere. And yeah, as you see, looks like we got some back there, as well as Trading Paints. Obviously, anyone that knows him knows that car very well. So we'll see how he does. Right behind him, a little back, at a car back, is Kendall Tucker in the 00 machine. These guys all, just a stacked, and I mean stacked top 10 right now. As so far we are caution free here, 7 laps into this 50-lap A main event. These guys putting on one heck of a battle. There's a little bit of a contact there between, I think that's the 96, the 96 and the 46, getting a little contact. And we do have some black stripes in here. I want to point that out. We have 3, Kendall Tucker. We also have Logan Rumsey and your leader, Chase Barra, in that number 28 machine. All 3 black stripes, meaning they are pro on the dirt side of things. So you got to keep that black stripe as they're currently in the Pro Series until next season rolls around anyway. And we'll see if they can work their way in. But Mason Inman on the hunt right now. And, I like the paint job on that number 19. It kind of reminds me of a Postel... a Postel cereal box. Got the blue and yellow looking nice in the number 19. And we are 11 laps in, or 10 laps in, working lap 11 right now. This 50-lap race, caution free here in the A main. Again, when push comes to shove, these drivers will do any and everything they can to just do an amazing job. We'll see. We'll see how he does. But again, an amazing job by the top. We'll say the entire 23 right now. The whole field doing an amazing job keeping this thing clean and green. But the top 3, you can throw a blanket over them right now, as that is Barbara, Inman, and C. Those 3 kind of pulling away. They got about a 3-car length over the rest of the field. We'll see how that all does play out later on in the night. Logan Rumsey trying to work his way into the top as well. You got the 25 of Jesse from Hunt the Front back there. Kendall Tucker in 6th. Trey Mills in there. And we got one going around, and that is going to be, he's clearing the field. The caution's out for the first time. That is the 12 of Brennan Weeks, who is going to take a little bit of a tumble. So he is looking to be done here for tonight. Unfortunate for him, as he will unfortunately be done, taking it to the pits as we'll get ready to kind of reset here. These drivers may not complain too much about this caution. We were 13 laps in, working lap 14 now, so a nice little break, you might say, for these drivers. So again, I don't see too many of these drivers complaining about that break too terribly much. Just kind of get a chance to reset and regroup. And if you're the 19 of Mason Inman, Evan C in the 20, these guys back there, if you're 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, you're close enough. You can smell the win right now. You can just taste victory. You're definitely looking to try to make something happen. So this is a good chance for you to reset, reassess, and just see what you can do going into these last few laps, as we currently have 37 laps to go. We have an hour and 24 minutes to do it, so we're nowhere near anywhere around crunch time. And I don't think we'll get there. It'd be almost virtually impossible to do that. So, again, they're just going to reset. And, try this again. Maybe this is the restart that 19 needed to potentially get to the front. All right, green flag back in the air, and we'll see how, again, all this plays down as you got 23 drivers all battling for one position, and we'll see what position they all end up in right now, but it is Barba out front, followed by Inman, C, Rumsey, Tucker, and Jesse from Hunt at the front. Out in your top 5. These guys battling for everything it is worth, trying to get that check, the money, and the bragging rights, all presented by Golden Girls here tonight. Make sure you check them out. You can get all the links on the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League Facebook page. They've got links on there to all the pages. You can check them out. Again, make sure you also check out Hunt the Front, Black Magic Custom Designs, and Team 126 Racing. And again, caution out, we do apologize for the bit of internet issues here tonight. We're having some brand new internet in the studio here, and with brand new stuff sometimes does come some grow pains, so we do apologize for that. But these guys putting on a show for you here tonight, as the caution again out once again here, and we'll bring up that caution information for you, as that is our second caution here for the VA 811 Dig with Care caution information, and we'll see how many more cautions we do have. Hopefully not too many more. All right, pace truck going to be diving off, and we will take the green flag here momentarily. And they're going to take one more lap around, as we have 34 laps left to go here in your A main feature race presented by Golden Girls. And somebody walking away with some money and a trophy. That'll be an interesting one to find out who it is, as the front runners right now really are the 28 Chase, Barbara, followed by Mason, Inman, Evan C., Logan Rumsey, Jesse Intrican, and Kendall Tucker. Really, your top 6 are the, I would say, the favorites here at this point. So we'll see which one of them ends up in victory lane, or will it be a kind of a black knight, so a sleeper, whatever you want to call them. Will they come in and sweep this one away from one of these top guys? But they're going to go 3 wide into the corner, and they're going to sort that back out to 2, possibly 3 wide once again, as they are just stacked up 2 by 2, about 3 deep here for the lead. Again, the battling is just insane. Here comes Logan Rumsey, going to take it to the inside. Evan C. as well. He's going to go to the inside. Here comes Jesse in the number 1 machine. And we'll see. He's going to take it way down to the bottom. And he'll take it. Not going to gain any positions out of it, but he's definitely trying. It looks like he might actually pick one up over the 96 machine. He does. And we'll keep an eye. No, so far, I thought we had a caution, but nothing happening in the back of the field, as the front is where it's at right now. You have, again, Barbara, Inman, C, Eric Inkerton, Rumsey, Tucker, Toter getting into the mix as well. But We'll see. Toter back there a little ways. He is in the 7th position. He's fallen back a little bit, but the battle is still on between Inman and C. Those guys battling side by side. And just not sure how this one's going to play out for everybody. We could see a massive pile up at the end of this race. We just don't know. They're as close. These guys are battling side by side to the high side now. We haven't seen that one. So you have Barbara and Inman running the lip top of this track. That has not been done a whole lot here tonight. Then you have Evan C down on the bottom. He's going to get about as low as he can at some places and then about mid-track in other places as he's going to try to make the pass for second over the 19 of Mason Inman. He doesn't quite complete it, but it looks like he will here at the line. Yes, he does. Second place now belongs to Evan C in the 23 and that D1RT machine. And we'll see. No, sorry, not D1RT. He will dive it down. He's going to try to take a pass for the lead now. And he will have it on the backstretch. Oh, we'll see. Can Evan C hang on to the win? He's going to get a little contact there from Barbara. He is not letting this lead go without a fight as they're going to battle side by side. Again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in here tonight. Let us know where you're tuning in from. As, again, I am your host here tonight. Hopefully not tomorrow night or the night after. But Charles Wooten, as I will be back to running Just Production, where I like to stay. Logan Rumsey coming into the picture now in the number 20 machine. He's going to dive it in, and we'll see as he's going to go to the bottom side. Again, the battle is not anywhere near over for the lead. However, we are past halfway. As we now have 27 down, 23 to go. Right there, we'll make it 28 down, 22 to go here in your A main feature race presented by Golden Girls. Let's see, again, the battle's going on. We go back a little bit. We got some battles going on back here as well. That is Herbert and Rosario Jr. back there as well. Looks like we got Tyler Berry going on. Austin Holder, but these guys are not battling for the lead right now. They want to get up there, but they're not quite there yet. And that is why we are sticking with this lead in the number 23 machine of Barbara. He is trying to get back. He lost the lead about 5 laps ago to Evan C, and he just hasn't been able to get it back as we now have 20 laps to go. Logan Rumsey now on the hunt in that number 20 machine is what scoring says, 96 on the screen. And he is going to dive to the inside. Can he get by the number 28 of Chase? We'll find out here momentarily. So he's going to tip it to the inside. No, the slide job may be potentially incoming if he can get to him here momentarily. But at the moment, that is not happening as he's going to now just ever so slightly throw it in there even further, but it's still not working for him as he will slide up, and no, he's still side by side. That is the battle for second place between Chase Barbara and Logan Rumsey. Meanwhile, while they battle side by side, Evan C is pulled away. Kendall Tucker is starting to reel them in, so they need to get it sorted out and get it going. As, again, Kendall Tucker starting to reel him in. Meanwhile, Evan C pulling away, and he is saying see you later here in the A main with 16 laps to go. But the battle for second is still underway as Kendall Tucker has now moved in on that one. And you got Mason Inman. Don't count him out in the number 19 machine. He is still in this hunt trying to get it. But, again, Evan C, he said see you later. He's checked out, laid the keys on the counter, and well, he's onward to victory lane if nothing gets in his way. We'll see if lap cars come into a factor here in just a little bit. And again, 14 laps to go. Make it 13 at the line for Evan C. Again, we're watching that battle for the lead. It's not heating up like we figured it would. But the battle for second place is because Logan Rumsey on the hunt right now. He's trying to get by the 28 of Chase. If he can get by him, he might have something for your leader, but he is definitely just in a world of hurt right now because laps are ticking away. Now 12 laps to go. Going to be 11 at the line, and he is not able to clear that 28 machine. He's got to get by him if he wants a chance. Meanwhile, you got Kendall Tucker in the 00, who's also being held up by the 28. He's going to take to the high side. Now they're going to be side by side. That is going to be the 96 and the 00. They're both trying to get by one driver that's holding them up to get to the front. And they are hunting the front right now. So is Jesse in the 25. He's back in 6th place. These guys, again, they are putting on a show at the moment. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out in the end. But this race looks to me like it's going to go to Evan C. In the number 23 machine. As you can see, he's pulled out a sizable lead over the rest of this field. And we do have lap cars coming into the picture here. You see one right in front of him. Question is, will that be anything for these people to contend with? We'll wait and see there. And again, this lap car will be a factor in tonight's race, I believe. With 8 laps to go, MNC will catch him before the night is done. So we'll just kind of have to settle here and see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, call your shot if you got it. Who's going to win this race? It was all Evan C before that caution came out. Now with 5 laps to go, going to be 4 when they take the green. It's, again, Evan C out front, followed by Kendall Tucker, Chase Barbara, Logan Rumsey, Mason Inman, Jesse Erkin, Enterkin, and Toter back in 7th. Clay Devin has worked his way up to 8th place right now. John Rosario Jr., big shout out to him. Coming from a B main all the way to currently like 7th position, 8th position. So we'll wait to see if he can make it happen here tonight. He's worked his way a long way to get to the front. But Evan C did not want to see that caution, and he will be... All right, again, the pace truck has dove off, and we're ready to take this thing to the green, hopefully for the final time tonight. There it is, green flag is out, and we are racing again, hopefully for the final time here tonight. As we'll take a look there, and Evan C going to have to really do his best to hold off these hard-charging drivers. Again, Tucker, Barbara, Rumsey going to take over 3rd place. Now they're side by side, and time will tell if he can hang on to it or not. He's going to dive to the bottom, and he has got a hungry pack of wolves coming behind him. 3 laps to go here in this A-feature race. And again, this is no points battle, no nothing. It's all about money and the win. As right now, Evan C's got it. Here comes Kendall Tucker trying to go to the outside and make a pass. They are 3 wide for 2nd, while the leader goes out front. 2 laps to go. We're going to come take the white flag this time by Again, a huge battle going on for the lead right now. It's Evan C still out front, and they're going to take one flag right there, one to go here in your Golden Girls A main 50 lap feature at C out front, followed by Tucker. Tucker may have something. We'll see. He's going to try every single thing he's got behind the power plant of that car to make it happen. And no, they're going to collide at the wall and wreck, but it's not going to work. Evan C is going to beat Tucker by, we're showing very little on the scoring. What a battle. I mean, probably 0.02 or something like that. It was very small margin at the end of the line as they collide. End up wrecking after the line, but Evan C will be your race winner, followed by Kendall Tucker and Logan Rumsey. Those are going to be the three we're talking to. Unfortunately, Jesse from Hunt the Front didn't quite make it. He made it into fourth. If we had the chance, I'd like to talk to him. Maybe he is around and we can talk to him as well. Whether it be off air, on air, just want to chat with him anyway. But your top three going to be Evan C, Kendall Tucker, Logan Rumsey. Those are the three we're going to be talking to. We're going to step aside here for just a moment. We'll round those three up again. We won't do the full results just because it's all about the money here. It's about bragging rights, money, and that check. And Evan C is going to be walking away with that. So we'll step away. When we come back, we'll talk to your top three drivers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the post-race show, and an amazing race. As always, the dirt racing community does provide here on iRacing. And we have our top 5, not top 3, but top 5, as the top 5 drivers are going to be collecting some money here tonight. And we'll start, of course, with 5th place, and that is Chase. Chase, you got a little money here tonight, and just an amazing race here between the top probably 7 or 8, and you snag a 5th place. So first and foremost, congrats on that. And what was this race like out there? As again, it was some really close battling up in the top 10.
Oh, I don't know if that deserves a congratulations. We were pretty bad, not gonna lie. We were spinning all over the place at the end there, just trying to hold on. I don't race mods, not a good mod racer. But we were good for the first half, and then I just got my wrap sucked off on the bottom, and then I just didn't know what to do with my hand.
Well, and you talk about this track, we always like to know, you like it, hate it? What was the groove like out there? Was it single groove, or did you have a little bit of room to work with?
It was pretty bad, but at the end it started to widen out a lot. I thought it wouldn't. I thought it was just going to be slider the whole race, but it surprised me it wasn't that bad at the end, but it was just really slick, and it just took a while to wear in.
You did get a little bit of money with that, so hopefully, you can use it to go into another race, or, depending on how much stuff is where you live, it might get you a cheeseburger or something. I'm not sure, but any sponsors on the car you need to thank here for that 5th place finish?
I'd like to thank House of Speed, HGR, House of Speed Designs by Gage Stevens, Cocky Boy Consulting, you guys for putting it on, and Drew for all the money races he gives us, and that's about it.
All right, again, congrats on that 5th place. 4th place coming in here tonight, that is going to be someone I was hoping I'd get to talk to, and then I found out he didn't make the top 3, but hey, he got money in the 4th position, so we get to talk to him, and that is, of course, Jesse driving the number 25. It was number 1 on the car. And I've talked to his buddy quite a bit here this week, and it's good to finally actually get to talk to him. Jesse, you come in 4th. How was the car handling out there tonight?
It was pretty good. I honestly think I might have been a little better. Just kind of got into some tight spots up there, racing for 3rd or 4th or something earlier, and just kind of fell back, but felt really good. The track was decent. I think it was predominantly, faster to run the top, but there were some guys that were moving around early and made it pretty racy. I'm pretty happy with it. These guys that are in this interview room are pretty good, and I think a lot of them, and just glad to be here with them.
Well, we all know you race. So if you had to pick one dirt car here, you got obviously the UMP mods here. You got the late models. What would be your favorite car to race on the sim side of things?
It's just got to be the super late models. They're my favorite thing to race in real life, and I like late model racing, but it is fun to do different cars on iRacing. That's the beauty of it. We race late models in real life, but I don't get to very often to run anything else, so it's good to get on iRacing and try different cars out.
And one final question before we let you thank your sponsors, and definitely we know you got some sponsors, and that is the money you win. Is it going to go towards some fun stuff on the sim side, or are you going to put it into the real racing program?
That money's already spent. We entered to every race this week, so we'll be at all 3 events, and just looking forward to more of them, and hopefully some more good racing, and maybe we'll be here in the booth every one of them.
Well, it definitely is, and by any stretch, maybe I'm going to get your buddy in here with me so we can make him announce a race with us. But I know you got some sponsors on the car to thank.
Yeah, just Langenfelder Mechanical Contractors, Base Race and Fuel, Trading Paints, Majula Safe Speed Shop. There's a bunch of people that sponsor our race cars, but just you guys for putting on the show, and Drew for going through all the work to put this stuff together. It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, congrats on the 4th place, and we jump over to a first driver on the first step of the podium, and that is Logan Rumsey. Logan, you get 3rd place here tonight. Same thing. It was a tough fought battle out there. You were up there battling side by side, door banging, slide jobs. we saw that the track kind of widened out and people started going to the top side a little bit, but had this track had a little bit more give in it and more lanes, you think the outcome might have been a little different?
Not really. The fastest guys kind of finished out front anyway, so they're just really good at racing. I didn't manage my race that good. I let some people by when I shouldn't have, and just let them by, and couldn't get the job done.
Well, you still come home with a third tonight, and the question moving forward, still a good momentum boost. Are you running those next two races, the next two nights, to try to get one of those checks?
Yeah, I'll be there. It'd be nice to hang one of those in my room.
Always good to hang one in there, and they look amazing. Thanks to all the sponsors, of course, that did that. But any sponsors you need to thank on there? Any shout outs you want to give?
Just Drew for putting up the race, and you guys for broadcasting it. It was a lot of fun.
Again, congrats on the third, and hopefully we'll be talking to you in Victory Lane one of the next two nights, or both if he can pull it off. And that'll take us to our second place finisher, Kendall Tucker, in that iconic 00 machine. Same thing. What a battle. Getting this kind of smashed into the wall when you crossed the line. You almost had the victory, but just came up a little bit short. What do you think you need to do different here, Kendall, to pull away the win tonight?
Really just stuff him in the wall before he stuffed me in the wall. At the end of the day, just worked our way up through there and battling for the win, and get ran over by somebody we've been getting ran over by for 5 years now. So anyways, take it and go to the next one, and sure we'll probably be getting fenced and raced like the human windshield wiper that he is out there on the track. Anytime you have an advantage on him, which is very rare on here, just how fast he is and how much time he sweats on here for hours upon weeks, upon months, upon years at this point. And still having to pull moves like that against somebody that hardly ever gets on here anymore. So, run second, we'll take it and see everybody tomorrow night.
Oh, second, obviously not where you wanted. And, yeah, you can hear the frustration there. And, if you didn't have the frustration, you wouldn't be passionate about it, and that's always a good thing that you're passionate about the sport, whether it be real or sim. It's maybe fake cars, but it's still real racers at the end of the night. But again, just a wee bit short, but we know you got some sponsors to thank on the car.
Yep, thanks to my guys at Slick Sim Sport and House Speed. See everybody at the next one.
All right, again, congrats on that second, and that'll move on to Evan in that 23 there, 33 in the car. Evan, we clearly just heard his point of view on it. We'll get your side of it. We like to be fair here in the booth, but overall a fantastic race. It came down to it, a little beating and banging at the line. What's your thoughts going here in those last couple of laps?
Well, first off, I thought we was just going to stay single file up front, and I was just going to ride behind Chase and Mason there, because it looked like that was going to be fast line, but we got stuck on the bottom on the restart, so I decided to just try it out, and it turned out that I guess the track was switching to that line at that point, and was able to get the lead and kind of catch Chase off guard, and he couldn't really move down or try and cross us over once we got into the lead, so just held it out after that, and then I didn't really know what line to run once that yellow came out at the end. I think it was 5 to go, so I decided I was going to stick bottom, and they got a run on me on the top. I was going to see where it played out, coming to the line, and we was able to barely get them at the line by a couple hundredths or a couple of thousandths even. And I didn't look, but I know it was close, and I just tried to straighten the car up as much as I could coming out of 4, and we didn't touch until after it checkered. So I guess he thinks we hit him before the checkered or whatever, but we didn't touch till after a checkered fell, and we was able to get the win.
Well, again, like you said, you got the win, and even if there was a little contact, I believe it was right at the line or after anyway, and Rubbin's racing, you got the win. Any plans for that money you're gonna get tonight? Have you spent it? Maybe get some cheeseburgers, some chicken nuggets from McDonald's?
Yeah, I mean, I think most of it will be going back into the. I think we got supers and big blocks left, or whatever, tomorrow night and the next night. So, we'll be back. Spend that on entry fees and show back up and see if we can get a couple more wins.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win, and anybody you want to thank on the car here for tonight's win.
Yeah, just all the guys at CFME Sports, Volusia Speed Shop. Got to thank Drew Hopkins for putting on this race for us. It's fun to come out and race and fix setups, every now and then. Most time I know all of us guys are running open setups and leagues and stuff. So, it's fun to just be on the same setup every now and then and just, race it out. But, thank you for broadcasting for us, and, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, again, congrats on the win. And one final person. He wasn't in the race. We're going to bring Drew in here. Drew, you got 2 more nights of this race, and it was a heck of a race for race 1. Do you think we could possibly beat night 1 on night 2 and 3?
I don't know. It was a really good finish there. Like I said, I'm in the admin booth, so it's kind of hard, but to me, it didn't look like they touched right there until after the checkered. But all in all, that was a really good race. I mean, we started out single file there and then kind of moved up, and they got going. Evan, like he said, he found that bottom right there and just found it and then got up front. And that last restart right there, it was a nail biter, but it was fun to watch. But these guys can race. They put on a good show. I think tomorrow and Thursday we'll be getting for a good 2 good nights of racing.
I definitely it's going to be 2 more amazing nights of racing. More money on the line, of course, for the top 5. And, of course, we want to thank all the sponsors, Golden Girls, Team 126 Racing, Hunt the Front, and, of course, ourselves. And you can't forget Black Magic Custom Designs, the ones making these awesome checks that these guys are going to get, that they get to hang on their wall. So a big shout out to all the sponsors. But that'll do it here for tonight. We will be back tomorrow night and Thursday night with more racing action. We have 3 races, 3 nights. And then, of course, make sure you tune in Wednesday and Thursday. After this one, we'll go do some asphalt racing, and then we'll do some more dirt racing. And then we'll be done for the week. So tune into all those races, and hopefully you have a great time. We'll see you there.